Mr. Wright, I have your client.
He's on Zoom.
Yes, apparently zooming in from a tugboat. You bring in all your cases and get on your way.
795.
Mr. White, can you hear me? Mr. White?
Can you hear me?
Yep. All right. Let's call the matter of People versus White on 23795, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kenneth Wright on behalf of Mr. White, who's appearing by Zoom. He's currently residing in Chicago, Illinois, on a tugboat. And he spoke with his clients and indicated that communicated. It would not be adverse if he appeared by Zoom. They are appearing by Zoom.
All right. Are there any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
It appears accurate in all respects, Your Honor. His fines should cover the fines and costs as well as restitution in this matter.
All right. So then, Mr. White, anything else you want to add?
No, sir. I couldn't hear all of that, but I like what Miss Lyons said. Whatever she says, and whatever the judge, of course, says.
He just said there was no additions, subtractions, or deletions, and follow the recommendations. That was it. I understand you're in Chicago. You won't be coming
Yes,
back
sir.
to Michigan or Saginaw?
Do I plan on it?
I hope not.
No, no, sir.
Right. Stop the recommendations, apply bond. You're all set. Thank you. Good luck, Mr. White.
Thank you, sir.
I can log you off.
Okay. Do I talk to Mr. Wright or?
Yeah, you may want to give him a call. He'll recap everything for you in case the audio didn't work out well for you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Take care. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Ellsworth, are you ready?
I am, Your Honor.
In the matter of People versus Rosales on file number 242096. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kelly Ellsworth appearing on behalf of Silas Rosales.
Are there any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
There are none, Your Honor, just elocution.
All right, please go ahead.
Your Honor, we do have a recommendation. We're not objecting to any of the recommendations except for condition 1, sober link. The reason for that, Your Honor, is Ms. Rosales is pregnant. She has a scheduled birth on November 16th or November 6th of this year. She has not consumed any alcohol in almost 14 months. She will not consume alcohol while she's pregnant. It would be an extra expense to her, and she would reassure the court that she would not be drinking. Outside of that, we would agree with all other recommendations, and we would just need some time to pay.
All right. Well, given the recommendation was 9 months supervised probation, 90 days sober length, I mean, it was kind of, imagine Mr. Klein was the one that appeared on the day of the plea. It looks like.
That's correct.
So what I will do, I'm going to adopt recommendations, however, given that, I mean, based on what I'm reading, I believe everything is okay. But given the nature of the charges, the blood alcohol level, I just want to see that 60 days on a monitoring device. What I'm going to do though is adjust it this way. So I'm going to adopt, but I'm going to amend by the fines. Given this is her first offense, $500 fines and costs. And then alcohol assessments, if it wasn't already done by to determine class. Has it already been done?
No.
Okay, so you just figured because of the level of the DOT force program.
They will do an assessment
Right.
to start, yeah.
So that'll cover it. All right, and then time to pay. we'll start with 60 days. You can set up a payment plan within that time period.
Very well.
Silverlink,
Yes.
60.
Yes. The only thing I amended was the fines. I lowered them down to 500.
I got it.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
In the matter of People versus Vila on 223718, 225162, and 243898, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Calvin on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Ryan Mace is on behalf of the defendant, standing for the attorney of record, Andrew Collison. Neither I nor Mr. Collison have had any contact with Mr. Beaver today. He's not present in the courtroom, so unless he's on the Zoom waiting room, I don't believe he's present.
Defendant failed to appear, bench warrant hold, and then bring only to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then on the other one as well, reflect fraud control. Okay, thank you. You have one other one, correct? The 130. Mr. Nansen,
Your Honor.
when's your next one? When do you have,
2 o'clock.
oh, 2 o'clock. Let me go to the 130.
Mr. Bowman.
Mr. Boville, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the matter of People versus Arlt, on 24623, appearances for the record.
John Vogel, Your Honor, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Arnold, who's present.
All right, are there any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else by way of elocution?
Thank you, Your Honor. This matter was originally scheduled back on March 1st at 11 a.m. for a preliminary exam conference, at which time prosecutor's office and I worked out a plea agreement, and the court adjourned that preliminary exam conference and the prelim that was scheduled for March 8th so that he could have time to come up with the money, because given the agreement for this property crime, he had to come up with the restitution amount, which I have the check for out of my trust account. We did contact the victim, in this case, father, who in the police report is the owner of the vehicle, was registered to him. He didn't stop by the office to get it, but I believe he's here today. But we do have the check in my trust account for restitution. So then later, when he had the money, because the prosecutor wanted him to have the money before he could have the deal, right? So we got the money, so then we put the plea on, and now we're here today. So it's been since the first week of March 1st, April, May, June, July, over 4 months. So he hasn't gotten in any trouble. So as far as allocution and going through this recommendation, we're okay with everything except if you look on the face page, you know, he makes $1,350 a month. He barely can make his household bills. So the recommendation number 2 is $2,400 for that, and he's already been 4 months without any problems. I don't think that, given it was a property crime, that we need to impose that. It's already gone, like I said, 4 months without any problems. So I just ask that the court follow recommendation, eliminate number 2, and I do have the restitution today, and he is remorseful for this.
Your Honor, we do have the father of the victim present. I don't know if you'd like to speak with him.
Absolutely, I would, please, Your Honor.
If you'd please come up then, and I did read the materials that was provided, either on behalf of either your daughters or yours.
Correct.
So.
That's what I was just gonna ask you, because I know we submitted several impact
Yeah.
statements and several lengthy letters regarding this. It's a bad deal. This was an attack by this man on my 18-year-old daughter, and he's 53, over a casual, because they worked together at Wolf Files, and he got, I don't know why he did it. She doesn't know why he did it. And I hear this about, oh, we don't have the money and no plug. You shouldn't go around carving in people's cars. And he carved, I'm not gonna write what he carved down her door. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah.
slashed all four of her tires in her parking lot at her new job. You know, this girl just graduated high school, going to college, working, trying to make her way, and this happens. And then, yeah, I hear about money and don't have the money, well, don't go around doing this stuff. It was a terrible, and as far as restitution, yeah, they did contact us about restitution. Pardon me if I'm getting a little, but this is been a very emotional thing for us.
No, I understand.
Restitution, they did contact us about restitution. However, that restitution, as far as it damaged the car, yes. But that 2,000 whatever dollars is just a drop in the bucket as far as what this has cost us financially, let alone emotionally and the whole all wax, which I included in those letters,
I saw that.
which I don't know if you could do anything with or not, Judge, but it would be appreciated if you could.
And I'll explain that in a minute.
And it, thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm sorry that your daughter went through that.
Yeah,
Thank
and I'm back here hearing this, I don't have this and I don't have that. Well, it's a little hard for me to take.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lovell, on behalf of your client, does your client wish to add anything further?
No, Your Honor.
So,
I am remorseful. I've been that way for a couple of months now. If I could take it back, I would.
well, I'm sure you would, given that you got caught.
Well,
Take it back.
even before then, Your Honor.
But the fear that now you have put into this person goes beyond anything that I think anyone can comprehend unless they go through the situation that you forcibly put that young child in. And she turned 18, but still a very young age. And you being at an age of in your 50s, shameful. So every time that she now looks, turns, or sees a shadow, she's going to think of what may have happened or what might happen to her because of the fear that you have now taken from her or given her and taken her sense of security. That is what you have done. Now, with regard to the restitution, this court does not participate in plea agreements, and so I took the plea. However, if there is an issue with regard to restitution, it'll be up to the prosecutor then. I only did the restitution that we had documentation for. So if there's other restitution that is being requested, it'd be up to get a hold of the victim's advocate in the prosecutor's office so that a hearing can be held. And you reflect that, though, the 2,900 or change that you had will be turned over to the victim. But that does not absolve their right to seek a hearing for more, just to let you know.
Well, I know, number 9, Your Honor, is the restitution amount, and I think that that probation and the prosecutor, maybe probation, but the prosecutor got a hold of them to establish that amount, so I don't.
The only amount that reflects is what the probation department had as far as documentation. In the materials that this court saw, there was other amounts that it did not have documentation for that would not have been included, but the people have the right to request a hearing in order to ask for more. At least that would be my understanding, and that would be what I would do. However, with regard, now let me address the issue as to sentence. And I could put you in jail for no more than the 1 year, but after that, that would be it. So what this court will do is place you on the maximum probation, which is 24 months. That is the longest time that I can place you on. With regard to ensuring that you are located, your presence is known, there will be a 270 days on GPS monitoring that you will be on. You must hook up to that by tomorrow. With regard to fines and costs, the court will adopt the 350, 75, 50, 50, 30 oversight. There is absolutely no contact that you are to have with the victim or her family frequent the place of employment, residence, either in person, third party, telephone, writing, or any other mechanical device, internet, any contact whatsoever. In addition, the restitution that so far is $26.84 will be turned over through the criminal division to the victim's father. If you have that in his name, that will be turned over. That does not, though, absolve. There is reserved for a hearing as to any further amounts. In addition, with regard to the material that I did read, not only from the police report, but through the material that the victim's family submitted and the facts that this case brought forth, I'm also referring you for psychological evaluation and then recommendation for treatment through CST counseling. You must contact them within 5 days of today's date and begin that process. The alternative will be 365 days. I will not have a problem in revoking your probation and then remanding you to the jail for 365 days. With regard to the payment of fines, you'll have 30 days within which to pay. Is there anything further?
This is it's on my trust account check for that amount that's in the restitution that's in here, number 9.
Yes.
And deliver that to, just go to room 319 and give it to them.
Is it made out to,
It's made out to,
want to provide it to probation, we can provide it to
and
him
we just, I mean, he's here. You want to just give it to him?
if he wants to accept it, otherwise I'll
You
just.
want to take the check?
I got a question, Judge. Do I, obviously I have other recourse, as far as I've been listening to what you've been saying, but I have other recourse to go after the other amounts that were specified.
Yep.
Thank you.
I just, so what I've done is reserve the right for a hearing, but it's up to the prosecutor too. So get those documents and then I'll have that hearing. That allows also then Mr. Bova's client, to appear at that hearing as well, so that can be worked out.
Okay. Do I have to get that ball rolling somehow, Judge?
Just contact I wish that, the victim's advocate is here with the prosecutor's office, Miss Margaret. Just want to touch base with her in regards to the amounts and then, or reach out to the probation department, be Miss Slaughter, that you want to reach out to.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
So the record would reflect then that the check was
Yes.
received by victim's father?
Yep, that will be done.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. O'Farrell, are you ready?
Yeah.
In the matter of People versus Amaro on 241941, appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rado Farrell on behalf of Ms. Morrow, who is present with me at the podium.
And are there any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
Your Honor, we have reviewed the report. There is a corrected address. Her address is now 231.
If you want to provide that to Ms. Slaughter.
Okay, and then a new phone number as well, which I'll give to her.
Great.
Everything else is accurate, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else then by way of allocution?
Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider perhaps some reduction in terms of time and costs in this case. My client does have limited income and in custody of her children. I think the court could give some leniency as to the financial aspects that would go to the lead judge. And also, she will need time to pay. If we could probably do 3 installments, 30 days apart.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
allow that.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. So, this is the one that have a couple of vehicles. This Bay Road.
No,
No.
which was on the east side. Judge.
Right. All right, and so what I'm gonna do then is adopt the recommendations in this manner. The only concern I have, let me back up a minute. Back on 4-8, there was Judge Clark, sentenced on an alcohol consumption on highway. Did that case involve companion to this, or, I know we now crossed one, or was this later?
This was later, Judge. In that case, she was a passenger, she was not driving.
Right. Well, here's the concern that I have. So I have an offense date of April was the warrant. So she was placed on bond. I then see that, and I appreciate her being upfront and so forth, that she last consumed alcohol on May 1st in violation of the bond condition. So I'm kind of wondering what was her rationale and why did she drink in violation of the bond condition?
Judge Lasker, you have an explanation?
I was just around my cousins and stuff, and that's just all.
So yeah, I guess the issue is here you are. You have an issue with alcohol, it seems. How often are you drinking, or what are you drinking, and how much in one setting?
I mean, I really only drink on the weekends or when I'm off. I mean, I'm always at work, so I really don't have time to drink.
Well, here's the other issue. You're certified, right? So you have a license through the state, correct? Now you're gonna have to answer to that with this conviction. So that's the other issue. So what do you want to do beyond? Is this all you want to do for the rest of your life, or you want to go on for?
Yeah, go to school.
Two days credit. $650 fines and costs, fees, 3 through 6. Strike number 7. Eight through 10, with number 9 being education program through CSC. Is there anything further? Oh, and time to pay will start with 60 days.
No, nothing for you, thank you.
Thank you.
This one's not here. Mr. Robinson is here. His client is.
Okay.
And
Did you tell him? I tried.
In the matter of People versus Young on 235515. Appearances for the record.
Afternoon, Your Honor, Ryan Mason on behalf of the defendant, the attorney of record, Charles Collison Jr. Neither I nor Mr. Collison able to get hold of Ms. Young. She's not present in court this afternoon. So unless she's on Zoom, I don't believe
She's not. All right. So then what I will do is, defendant noting that the defendant has failed to appear, I'll do the bench warrant. With regard to the reason she has several pending charges, there are outstanding warrants, so there will be a hold with bring only to.
Thank you.
All right. And what's that? In the matter of People versus Head, on 24756 and 177390. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Robinson, appearing on behalf of the state, is present here to see my.
Good afternoon. And any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
Judge, the only correction is, since we last met, Ms. Head has a new address.
You can provide that to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, no corrections, modifications, or deletions.
Anything else by way of elocution?
Judge, I reviewed the PSI with Ms. Head, and we both concur that, it's fair. So we just ask the court to follow the recommendations made by the probation.
Can I ask, there's some pending charges. One is up in Bay County. What's going on with that?
I went there earlier today, so I brought the paper here so it won't show up as a warrant or anything. But I took care of it today, this morning at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So
And then the other one is, I assume it's an outstanding ticket on the PBT refusal. Is that related to this case? Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, you can.
I wanted to see if it was possible that I can arrangement and make a payment on the 2nd because I'm on work comp right now.
Yeah. I don't-
And okay.
My concern is, yeah, the case date was February this year. Your blood alcohol level was 0.236. I think it was your mom's car, right?
Yes.
Telephone pole, right?
Yes.
That's the concern. And then they look at you didn't have a license 22. I don't know if you got your license back. Did you get your license?
No.
Why not?
Just irresponsible, sir. To be honest.
Well, but you had a irresponsible past on some of your cases. You had fighting in 14. We had another, normally wouldn't bring it up, but in 17, which is the old case you're taking care of, you also had a similar case in 12. And then just you're driving, you just drive. So I'm a little concerned with, at what point do you start slowing down?
Now.
Why did you take care of the 17 case? Is it just because everything started happening here and you had to because the bench warrant was out?
No, I'm just trying to turn my life over and do the right thing and sick of having warrants. So I'm trying to take care of everything.
Why was your blood alcohol level so high?
Because I was drinking unresponsible.
Why? What's the cause of it?
It was a celebration, but I should have never got under the wheel.
With regard to 17390, adopt the recommendations. With regard to 24756, going to adopt the recommendations. Fines, though, will be $700 fines and costs. I'll bring that down a little bit. And then with regard to count 3, that you pled to as well, you did spend a few days in jail, 4 days. So as to count 3, give you credit time served. All right. And then time to pay, we'll start with 60 days. You do have some bond money. All right, you're all set.
Thank you.
Oh, young. You have young as well. Mr. Gonzalez.
787. It was the same one. She had a case with Collison too.
Yeah. That's not here.
In the matter of People versus Nash, file number 24186. Mr. Nash, your camera. There you are.
Yep.
Appearances for the record.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Adam Kianoszewski on behalf of Mr. Nash.
Are there any additions, subtractions, or deletions?
None, Your Honor. We ask that you adopt the recommendation. Mr. Nash can come down to the courthouse here shortly, pay his fines in full, and get hooked up on SoberLink if the court does follow that recommendation.
So the court will adopt the recommendation. Let me just highlight, I know that part of number 2 was part of the plea agreement. And so I'll go along with that. But I want to also note that Mr. Nash certainly was very proactive after this case, and so I believe that will take care of any counseling or any. I think it already does. It's not even reflected because he's already done that. So, all right, and then time to pay if need be. Good luck, Mr. Nash, and good luck in your new job as well. Glad to hear that things are going better for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor. Like I said, he'll be down there today. And is it still Miss Lyons that he needs to come see, or who does he need to come see?
Does he need to see you for the sober lunch?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
All right, he'll be down today, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah, within 5 days.
Okay, thank you.
So she's here on this case, but we did bring her. She has to be sentenced with Mr. Mason's. I don't think Brian Mason's the one who's called. He did it for only 2. She's here. She just walked in. Right. Yeah. So he's out there talking to her. Gonzalez is, but not Mason's.
All right.
Yeah, I guess you have to show.
In the matter of People versus Bork, on file number 241470, Mr. Bork, you want to come forward? Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Adam Kianoszewski on behalf of Mr. Bork. There's a date and time set for sentencing. I've gone over the pre-sentence investigation with Mr. Bork. We would waive any closing of the courtroom if the court is inclined to follow the HYTA recommendation, which was a part of the plea.
Yes.
We're asking that you adopt it and follow it. Give Mr. Bork some time to pay, but like I said, I spoke with him and he has no problem leaving the courtroom open.
Okay, then. Then adopt the recommendations. And is there anything further? Time to pay, we'll start with 60 days. All right.
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kanchevsky. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah. Are you ready? No. Okay.
People versus Castile on file number 221356. Appearance for the record.
James Gus on behalf of Mr. Castillo.
Are you here on probation violations or is it?
I am not, it's the Shiny Young.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna do a violation.
Yeah. What he's gonna do?
Admit.
All right. So I have here that he's tested positive for cocaine.
Once in May and once in June.
And then I'm understanding that he won't drop for DOT. What's going on?
It's a little too loud, I forgot about it.
This has been, this is the third, this is the third,
I believe this is the third violation.
and it's all involved cocaine. Well, I guess, how? Why are you resistant to change? Why are you not getting a handle on this? You know, I did this last time and then I was doing an updated sentencing. So what am I supposed to do? Why do I have you on probation if you're not even gonna make an attempt to stop?
One of the decisions.
Sure you do.
Yeah.
How are you gonna test today? Where are you working in?
Currently looking for a place.
Why, what happened to your last job? You let go?
Yeah.
Why were you let go?
Said mutual.
What's that?
I said say mutual.
Where was that at?
Yeah, song.
Tina's probably one of the easiest persons to get along with.
Yeah.
Anything, Mr. Gus, with elocution on your client?
Not much I could say, Your Honor. Just can't stay away from cocaine. His probation is up.
Let me do this.
Yes, Your Honor, he's been out since December of 22. He was supposed to be after we've extended it, in June, mid-June. We've done everything we could possibly do, except for incarceration.
What I am gonna do is discharge without improvement. Test.
Yeah, you get a signature.
So it's Castillo, I'm just gonna have you tested and then, it's just been, we've been unable to change your course. When you test negative, you'll be released, and then we're just gonna discharge without improvement. If not, then we're gonna wait till you. Good luck with everything. You're too young to be through all that. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, are you ready? People versus Young on 23787.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Cowden on behalf of the people.
Anthony Gonzalez on behalf of Ms. Young, who's approaching the podium to my left.
All right. Any, well, this is a pretrial, correct? Why were you late? You're doing sentencing, so let me ask you, and I know you're not the attorney of record on that, but I am gonna ask you this. On June 25th, you were scheduled for a pre-sentence interview at 1:30. You were aware of the date and time. You signed a copy of the appointment sheet. A voicemail was left for you to come into the apartment and reschedule. You failed to do so. Why?
Your Honor, if I could just briefly on this topic. I know I'm not the attorney of record on this case. I will note that it's 2:19 right now. We usually have a 15-minute waiting period for situations such as this. I understand that Mr. Collison and myself did not have the most up-to-date number for Ms. Young. I've gotten a good number and a good address for her now. She's here voluntarily, Judge. I do understand.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 previous bench warrants.
And I'm here to resolve some of those matters as well. So, Your Honor, I believe that we can do this moving forward. I just would ask the court to give her a chance here. She is here voluntarily. She came in, it may have been a few minutes late, but she is here appearing voluntarily today.
I didn't know that I had work today until yesterday when I came in. And I have spoken to the clerk, and they have told me that I have work today. I didn't get my paper today, and I only got a paper saying that I had work yesterday on the 22nd. Then I have work today until yesterday when I came into the court.
What are we doing on the pretrial?
Judge, I offered to have Ms. Young plead guilty to count 2 and I would dismiss.
In Your Honor, in my conversations with Ms. Young, she would be willing to avail herself to the offer of pleading guilty to count 2 disorderly persons. And I can set a factual basis for that.
That's your understanding, Ms. Young?
Yes, sir.
Have any threats or promises been made to you other than what's been stated on the record here today?
No, sir.
Entering your plea then based on your own choice.
Yes.
You were given a divisive right, so you understand you will not have a trial. You will not be presumed innocent. You will now be determined to be guilty of the charge. You understand that? And you waive all the rights that are on that form. You understand that? You want to take the factual basis?
Sorry, Ms. Young, going back to February 12th of 2023, were you over 2960 East Washington in BB Township, County Saginaw State, Michigan?
Yes, sir.
While you were at that address, you came into contact with a Tiana Jones, correct?
Yes, sir.
And while you had contact with her, things began to turn into an argument between the two of you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And during that, you got loud and were causing a disturbance in some sense. And that was aimed towards Ms. Young or Ms. Jones, correct?
Yes, sir.
That would have caused her to be put in some level of fear because of the argument that you guys were having. I think that's a factual basis here.
Anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Or accept plea of guilty to disorderly? Refer over to probation for a sentence since I don't know anything about you other than what I could find. Some of it not so flattering, I might add, with what's out in the public on you. You're too young to have all this. Are there any bench warrants for this young?
Your Honor, I do have 2 show causes set before this court on August 1st for, I believe, the traffic matters. I was going to give her those dates and time as well, so that we can avoid that.
Who has the warrants?
The 2 that I have are here, Judge. I don't know about any others.
Just show cause.
We didn't issue bench warrants.
Why shouldn't I take her into custody since she was late, she didn't show up? I have a problem with, she has so many pending matters, it's almost as if she's entitled. Given what I found out about her, I'm a little concerned that she's on a path that isn't so bright for her future.
Judge, to that, I would ask you not to. I understand the concern here with the court. She is voluntarily appearing at this moment. I believe that this has been an eye-opening experience. We talked in the hallway. She's very concerned about going into custody. I believe this is a very sobering moment for her. She is recognizing responsibility for the criminal charge that I have here. I believe she is set for sentencing on that retail fraud case. If the court could give her another opportunity here, understanding that there have been several, but that she could have another opportunity. My further understanding that she did post a cash bond on at least some of the files that I have here, so she is out on a cash bond right now, so she is under a financial obligation with this court as well in terms of losing that money should she not be appearing. I have good information for her now, so I don't think we're gonna have this issue moving forward.
What, if she were drug tested today, how would she test?
Just a moment.
Why? What do you mean you don't know? Some celestial spirit come down and give it to you, or did you smoke it, or did you digest or ingest it?
I smoked it.
Why? How old are you? You're not old enough. It's not legal for you. So why? Because why?
Every time you stress it.
Your Honor, and I can reiterate to her that on condition that I'm sure the court is gonna put her on probation for at least one of these matters that is gonna have no use of any substances moving forward. Obviously, she's very upset here. She's taking this seriously at this moment. I think she's starting to have a better understanding of how serious things that she's facing. for this court.
What's that?
I have the address of 2825 Cape Parker, I'm saying on 40 Pennsylvania. And I have a completely different number.
Who's to live there?
That's just your name.
Well, where do you stay? Who do you stay with? That's all I want to know. Why?
Just basic homelessness issue right there.
Why? You have no support in the area? Family kick you out? Who are you with today? Mom? So why are you couch surfing? Why are you going from place to place? Why don't you have somewhere, why don't you have a family member or a stable living arrangement with someone you know? How many kids you have? Two, right?
Two.
Who has custody of them? Surviving. Are you working?
I just got laid off from work, trying to find a good job. I had a brain infection this morning, but I got this complete.
So what kind of future you want for your children? Is this the future you want for them? This is the example you're setting for them. We'll have this discussion at time of sentencing, but I don't know what the hell you thought crab legs and lobster tails are gonna do other than you showing an example of stealing. Child, you gotta grow up. So I suggest you start taking responsibility for your actions. And I will drug test you, so I'm gonna have you go to the public health. When did you last smoke? Let me ask you that. All I want to do is have her set for a drug test on the day of sentencing. Actually, I'd rather go to public health department 30 days. I assume I'm not gonna be able to sentence her in 30 days.
Right. We'll see in the office.
Yeah. So your level should be going down. Oh, well, how often are you smoking? Yeah. So we're gonna drug test you on your level. You got, what's the longest time you've gone without smoking? How old are your children? 5. So I'm gonna, as far as bond, have it go over to Ms. Joseph. I'm amending your bond. There's a card for Ms. Cynthia Joseph. Yeah, is that the, yeah, that's the, yeah. I don't know if that's for the, your real.
It's marijuana education.
Ah, there we go. Bingo. All right,
I did this.
okay.
Let's set her up with a pre-sentence interview. You are-
You want to walk her through?
Yeah. All right, we'll talk more.
Anything else you want on here, Ms. Joseph, drug test?
Nope.
Where?
People versus Beckwith, 223431.
Hey, guys, I think the answer we have, Mr. Beckwith, is approaching the podium.
And how does your client wish to plead on the probation violation?
Judge, as it comes to count one, we would acknowledge that he did not report on one Thursday with the explanation that he did indicate to me that he called the next Friday and left a voicemail. As to count two, Your Honor, I would acknowledge that he has not paid the $45 as of the issuance of this summons, but he has since paid it, and I do have a paid receipt. As to count three, Judge, Mr. Beckwith did not bring any proof today necessarily, but I discussed the matter with him. He is in active treatment with Great Lakes Bay Health, and they have simply advised him to maintain vitriol shots, which he got 10 days ago. My understanding, Mr. Beckwith should have been discharged on June 1st, Your Honor. Absent these issues.
Does he remember what the pre-sentence report was last time? Before we sentenced him?
I imagine he does, Judge.
How many days are you supposed to be in jail? You remember? Well, I'll tell you, 45. And then I listened to you. Trying to understand that second language of love and understanding. So what did I do? I thought, let's help you. I put you on probation. I gave you the 8 days credit. I did away with the fines and costs, I believe, or actually we would have done that. I didn't give you any fines and costs. And I put you on probation with the understanding that you were to do certain things. And you didn't do it. Why?
Well, I received a Vivitrol injection. I reported 1 day late, and then I paid the $300 in fines.
Well, what about Great Lakes Bay?
I see them with the Vivitrol injection.
That wasn't the issue that we addressed. You don't understand?
I don't understand. I messed up. I was supposed to get treatment.
Well, but you're not doing treatment.
The Vivitrol injection.
I think, Judge, I think the issue that I'm seeing is Mr. Beckwith is doing what he's being told to do when he goes to Great Lakes Health. And Great Lakes Health is not maybe necessarily providing the level of active engagement that he would like to see.
It's true.
And I think it's relevant to Judge that Mr. Beckwith has not committed any additional criminal offense while on probation. He's not got in trouble while on probation.
Well, and that's the only reason why you're not. So why didn't you provide proof, I think it was probation department wanted proof of everything. Why didn't you provide it?
Put a probation?
Yeah.
I was calling on the third, I just missed 1/3, I called, I just confused the two.
No, we wanted everything from Bay Air.
Oh. I don't know, I did have a piece of paperwork at home I should have brought it. It showed my last appointment.
Yes, you should have. You know, it extended you. How far along are you on your Vivitrol shots?
10 days. I just started taking them. I was on Zyprexa before, and I went to the psychiatric unit, suicidal, and he changed it from Zyprexa to Vivitrol injections.
You still seeing Shalinda?
Shalinda, I tried calling her this morning, she did not answer.
Well, you know, when we last talked in February, I made it a point to say I wanted the records for Great Lakes Bay. Right?
The only records that I have is the Vivitrol injections.
Because is it safe to say then you're non-compliant in other areas of Great Lakes Bay?
Partly compliant.
Part compliant. And that is the issue that we're dealing with. You need to be fully compliant. That's why we've been asking for those records. And for you to follow the direction of your therapist. I'm not gonna add any more fines or costs. I'm just gonna extend out 180 days. So you gotta be compliant. That's also being on, your Vivitrol shots. Also maintaining your appointments with your therapist and any other medications you're supposed to be taking.
Okay.
When's your next med review?
It'll be around 15.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Yancey?
No, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Have a seat. You'll have to talk to Ms. Slaughter or Ms. Lyons. In the matter of People versus Walker Ayubi, 212059. This was a petition and show cause appearance for the record.
Your Honor, Zach may answer on behalf of Mr. Walker. You be judge, could perhaps probation and I approach?
Yep. Go back on the record.
Okay, hang on. All right.
All right, so we had a little sidebar talking about why he's not here. And since this is a show cause, I will extend out. Well, let's do 2 weeks. We got some stuff. 2 weeks. If he is not enrolled within that time, I will do a bench warrant and address it that way.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Yancer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.